can see I've got the two sides done, and this is the last section to be removed. And this really shows here, demonstrates how much time having the drill, pre-drilling that, can save you. Because now I've taken the handsaw and I've cut these back, the areas that the skill saw wouldn't reach, and then all I have to remove now is just this thin little piece. It makes saves a ton of time. Now here is the finished joint, so I can just take my chisel and square out the corners and just clean out any high spots, but overall it looks really good. What I'm really surprised is when I first started the timber frame cabin, everything took so long. I was just so concerned with making a mistake, and I was I don't know, for some reason I had some type of I was reluctant to use power tools. You know, I like the romantic idea of doing it all by hand, but then I got real, and I don't see anything wrong with using power tools to help you do this. Not at all. The end results are the same, and if everything is finished by hand and you take your time, there's no reason why you can't come out, you can't have excellent results, and it may be a third or half the time. It really helps. So that's it. So here's the last piece of the tree that we cut down for the timber frame stairs, and I'm going to make a floor joist out of this. I run into a small problem. Because the top of the tree has quite a bit of taper in it, I don't have enough to get the 8 inches I need. This floor joist needs to be 6 inches by 8 inches. On this end, no problem, we have plenty of room. However, when we get to the end of the 10 to 12 feet, you can see here that we have run out of wood. And I've even fudged it over on this end. You can see I've got a little bit of wane right there, which is just the bark. But this being a floor joist that's not going to be exposed, or no one's going to see anything, that little corner won't make any difference. And I don't really care if I don't have the full thickness on this corner. I'll just turn it to the bottom, and no one will ever know. And I hate to waste this piece of wood because it's just so close. So what I'll do is I'll snap my line and just run continuous, and then we'll just be a little shy on that corner. But no problem. Structurally, these are way, way bigger than they need to be. So that's what we're going to do. So here's our first floor joist, 6 by 8, and a little wane on the corner. I mentioned wane before. What that means is that's just the corner where you have some bark, because the tree is round and misshapen, and we're trying to get dimensional lumber out of it, or timbers out of it. So you run into this once in a while. So these pieces, when you do have this, you can just cut that off. It'll fall off on its own. And if that's not square, it doesn't really matter. We'll save those pieces to use in places that won't show. we'll turn that down to the bottom, put that in a floor joist, it'll cover it up, and it'll be just fine. So we salvaged a piece, a usable piece out of that last section, and that's all that matters.